Alright. That's cool. It's a bunch of New Mexico Route 66 mud all over my drain plug. There we go. It's been a little over 4,000 miles since I left. Who tightened this last time? My God. I need to get two hands in here. Some mud falls over my head. All my nice wrenches are in the truck still. There we go. Good gracious. Must not want that to leak. Oh, the jack's in the way. Let me reposition that a little bit. Anyway, now that I got room, this oil I just changed before I left for Poverty Tour. So it's got about 4,000 miles on it. And it's a little dirty for being diesel oil in a gas engine. But I wanted the best protection because I knew it was going to be a while before I got back with more than 3,000 miles on it. So it's due. Even the filter's got mud around it. My God. Don't take the mud route of Route 66 out of Glen Rio. Unless you want to be chipping mud off of everything for the rest of your lives. This thing is packed. You should see the side of the transmission. Actually, I'll show you when I'm done here. But yeah, just wanted to get the oil and filter changed. Oh yeah, lube those up. Those are nice. Nice and slippery now. Is the filter as tight as the drain plug was? If I can get on it. I hate working on little trucks. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Dribble a little. Don't get on the driveway. There's enough of a mess out here. But yeah, I planned on making a big long video. Had a bunch of driving clips saved on my dash cam, of course. And both memory cards I brought with me got corrupted somehow. I'm guessing it was the camera's fault. It was a new camera. Hadn't tested it more than for a couple clips. Didn't really put it out in the sun and try to drive 4,000 miles with it, see if it was going to last. And it didn't. So I'm just going to show some of the driving clips I took on my cell phone, just kind of going over, you know, what happened those days. Just kind of a recap of what we were doing for those days that I was on the road. Starting with the first day where I drove from home here down to, I forget what town it was in. It was the Wilbur Allen Conservatory, something or other. There was a campsite there that was free. That's where I stayed for the first night before heading to Joplin for the meetup. So that was day 0. I think I'm halfway through Illinois, stuck behind a pace car here on 55, heading down towards the crawler park. Tri-Township Park, somewhere near the border of Illinois and Missouri. Stopping there first. Then on through Missouri, got a couple more stops, and then on to the campsite for tonight. Yay! Mile 420 update. We are out of Illinois into Missouri. Just exited St. Louis. Oh, this road sucks. Missouri, St. Louis especially, work on your highways and roads. The arch was nice though. I got to see the arch. So there's that. On to the home of Bigfoot. It's Sunday, which means we're on our way to Joplin. My hair looks like crap because I slept in the back of the truck last night in my tent. I'm going to put a hat on when I get there. But yeah, we're just zooming across 44 right now, heading west. Should be there in a little under an hour. Stopped at Buc-ee's, just got gas and some ice. Didn't want to spend too long in the store. I got to be to Joplin by 9 o'clock, so let's get doing it. Let's get doing it. Let's get going. Let's get there and make people buy stuff. Hello. So after camping all night and not sleeping well outside of Joplin, I had about a 2-hour drive in to the meetup spot at the mall, which was funny because Google took me the wrong way. But it was easy to find everybody, especially with the prison bus, which kind of became our landmark for the week. Once you saw the prison bus, you knew you were in the right spot. These cheap AC Delco filters. Trying to just top it off. There we go. That's going to overflow. I should have went with the Wicks again. I don't know why I chose AC Delco. Probably just because Chevy, AC Delco makes sense. Alright, that's good enough for now. Might as well do this the right way. So once we left Joplin, got on the road, headed down to Oklahoma. Stopped in Afton. Had a spot on Route 66 there. It's our first real kind of group stop. That's tight enough. Then we kind of made our own ways through Oklahoma. I had some stops I wanted to see, kind of where some movies were filmed. Not everything worked out to plan. It was hot, and I had an issue down in Illinois, my first gas stop, I guess, maybe my second. But I heard a noise like my fan was hitting the shroud, and I knew my fan shroud was broken, but it had never done that before where the fan would actually hit it. So I kind of pulled it out of the way, just figured it was the hot plastic, kind of melting a little bit, softening up and hitting the fan. And did it again in Oklahoma when it was hot out. So stopped in Tulsa, had a Burger King, and had to, got mud in my hair. Had to remove the fan shroud to get to the bottom of it where the broken pieces were. And that was my only breakdown, really. Just a noise that I didn't want to make worse, because plastic fan, plastic shroud, didn't know which one was going to give up first. Oh, Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, New Mexico mud in my hair. But this is done. So that's what was around the oil filter. Kind of show you some other mud issues we got going on here. Don't worry about that oil. That's not from anything recent. I think that was when I did the shackle. I got some rust penetrant on the ground, but there's the majority of the mud I found so far. I did run through a car wash yesterday and got the underbody flush, but it really didn't help all that much. It's kind of hard to see, but everything's got a nice coating of Route 66 mud on it still. 900-mile update. Almost done with day one, Joplin to Oklahoma City. Stopping a little bit before to go camping. Met up with a bunch of guys, including Buffs and Ray's garages, respectively. Had some problems on the side of the road. Just stopped to see if they need any help, but they had it all handled. And now I'm with the pack again. It's been kind of hit or miss, whether or not I'm with someone or someone's or not. Because I'm kind of doing my own thing, and camping kind of throws it off because I'm not staying in the city. But yeah, I'll be with them until they hit probably whatever the next big town is. We're probably peeling off. I gotta head south to Prague Lake, somewhere down in Oklahoma. So after my fan shroud adventure, which happened in a Burger King parking lot, I just stopped to use the bathroom, maybe grab some lunch. Scott, the guy in Dodge Charger, had the transmission issue later, stopped to, help me out. But I was like, I got it. It's just a couple bolts. But didn't bring my long extension with me, so I had to get way down next to the fan shroud when it was nice and hot and pull it apart, get it out. But no big deal. I think half an hour later, I was back on the road. But I was so far behind that didn't know if I'd be able to catch up with anybody. Let's see. Yeah, just saw some sights, and after that ended up at the horse camp for the night. And the next day was the drive into El Reno at Walmart. Tried to get there a little early, had like an hour and a half drive or so. And it's sticking out. I shouldn't worry about that. It's fine. This truck made it 4,000 miles. It'll make it a couple more. It's probably good. Day 2 poverty tour update. We just crested 1,000 miles since we left Wisconsin. And I'm in the middle of Oklahoma somewhere, heading to El Reno for the meetup on day 2 here at 9 o'clock. Should be there in just under an hour. It's at a Walmart, and I got some shopping to do. My tarp is not doing so well. I need a new cooler. The foam ones, don't bother. $5 it's a $5 cooler. It lasted one day maybe. All the ice just melted and ran out the bottom, so I had a big puddle. Also need to pick up some kind of lubricant. My brake pedal's squeaking and my door hinges are squeaking. Other than that, the truck's been doing great this morning so far. It's raining a little bit, so that should cool things off a little bit. Won't be as hot today as it was yesterday. It was in the 90s yesterday, and it was still in the high 80s when I went to sleep last night. So thankfully it cooled off, the rain came through. Slept like a baby. So looking forward to today's route, and might hit up some movie stops. One of the scenes from Rain Man is nearby where we're leaving, so I might hit that up first. Other than that, it's just driving out to Amarillo. So we will see you later. There we go. 40 pounds oil pressure. But yeah, 152,000 miles now. I left at 148, 7 something. I reset my trip and took this to work yesterday, so got a whole 16 miles on it since I got back from duct tape drags. Yeah, between the door pin squeaking and the brake pedal squeaking, I got some WD-40 at the Walmart there. Also picked up, let me put this thing down, a new cooler because my foam cooler was leaking. But I kind of went over all that in my little driving updates while on the road. And got a new tarp and some new bungee cords. This is 10W30 Shell Rotella, by the way. It's not Castro's. This is my jug I use. Seems to like the 1030 diesel oil a little better than the 530 regular crap. Didn't burn any, didn't leak any. Had 40 pounds when cold. Runs a little low when it's hot at idle, but on the highway it's always 40. So, good little motor. So we left Walmart and pretty much got on Route 66 right away, and man, that was when the fun began. I was kind of following the group that was with, who was I behind? I don't really remember. But we kind of heard over the radio. Oh yeah, Buff was in front of us. But we kind of heard over the radio that Ray had problems up ahead and was stopped at that shop by Lucille's. That's where we found the Route 66 and claimed an oil pan. Save that for later. Once that was all done, we all departed kind of as a big, huge group. Screw side. What's a frickin' Torx? Don't work on modern cars. They're stupid. So yeah, we left Walmart, went to Lucille's. The museum. That was nice. Route 66 Museum in whatever town that was in New Mexico. So we all met up there. Got my sticker. Forgot to mention the stickers I was getting, but I think I mentioned them in the driving videos that are accompanying this video. And then we're just bombing down 66. Most of us anyway. And we ended up at the Texas state line, which was cool. Everybody's finding junk in the woods. We're slapping stickers on the sign. Well, not all of us, but some of us are slapping stickers on the signs. Sign. Are any screws down here? Is there one in here? Aha! There's two in here, and they're both Torx, of course. So after we met at the Texas state line, left from there, we of course stopped at the Big Texan for dinner. Mile 1200 update. On our way to the Big Texan Steakhouse, somewhere in Texas. Just past the Texas state line on Route 66. Next stop is dinner. And then bedtime. Camping. Yeah. Which was really cool. I think there was like 70 plus of us that stopped there. All had dinner, departed ways. I left, I guess everybody else was having a party or something, I heard, because I had to get to my campsite because, again, it was after dark. I was trying to get to the campsites before dark, like the horse camp one. There we go. Camped for the night in on a lake in Fritch, Texas, which is really nice. Ew, I glued this back on apparently. That's broken. Real nice campsite. They had showers. And then met up the next morning at Cadillac Ranch. Actually able to get there kind of early before most of the people, everybody else rolled in. Brought my, I think I brought 6 cans of spray paint. All old Mopar touch-up paint in spray cans. That comes out there. Just want to release you. There we go. Door panel off. So hung out there. We all met up. I think but Dalton decided at that point we're just going to stick to Route 40, not try and stay on 66. It was so rough the day before, but I tried to. A couple of people tried to. I was kind of by myself for a while. Kept seeing people blast by me on the freeway on 40. Oh my God, this whole thing has to come off, doesn't it? Well, it's just hanging in there. That's why it's not opening. The rod's just dangling away. Where's the clip that it attaches to? All right, day 3. We are
leaving Amarillo, headed to Grants, New Mexico. About 1,400 miles into my trip, and just taking Route 66, taking it easy, 55 miles an hour. Got 5-6 hours to make it there, so just gonna be cruising, checking out the sights, stopping, taking pictures. Might have to wash the truck again. It rained last night. It got filthy. So check back. Gonna do some more surgery. So went down Route 66, ended up in New Mexico, had a beautiful time, saw some beautiful scenery, saw some mud outside of Glen Rio. Wouldn't do that again, but I had to do it once. I just ended up washing all of it off my truck, so it's all in the driveway now, but at least it's clean now. So basically flew down 66, down through New Mexico, met up with some other people, stopped at a museum, stopped at the Blue Hole. Again, took pictures of all this stuff. And then my campsite for that night was outside of Globe, but had issues with one campsite being full, the other one being closed. So I drove all the way back to Globe, got a Grants, not Globe. Too many G words. Glen Rio, Grants, Globe. Grants. Stopped at a motel. They had a room. So that was my one motel room for the trip. I tried to camp every night, but I just had to stay in a motel room. But it was right down the road from Walmart. Met up there the next morning, and Dalton said there's 2 routes we can take. Through the mountains, which was beautiful but gonna suck, or across the desert, which was beautiful and didn't suck. So I took that route. Ended up leaving a little later than everybody else, but ended up meeting up with everybody at the I forget the name of the park, I guess I'm gonna call it, but it was in the El Malpais, or Malpais, I don't know how you pronounce that. The La Ventana Natural Arch Trail. Very cool. I'll have lots of pictures of that in this video as well. And then just bombing through the desert. Stopped at the gas station, got some cookies. That was in Quemado at the C-store. I guess we did them a lot of good business, which they were appreciative of, even though they were kind of busy because they had some truck deliveries come at the same time, but it is what it is. Kept driving through New Mexico, up the mountains, stopped at an abandoned resort, which is really cool, after we stopped at the rest area, which had the worst smelling bathrooms in the world because they had those non-water using urinals. Do not recommend. And then drove through the day after the resort.
Oh!
Once you get there. Oh!
This ain't gonna be a good idea, boy.
We gotta lose.
I know he's gonna go back and wash it as soon as he gets back. He likes the stuff clean.
Yeah.
He can leave.
He said it ain't.
$2,000-mile update. Stopped in Sholo, Arizona for lunch and gas, and then on to Globe this afternoon, and then to camp again, hopefully not have to get a hotel room. I'm gonna head over to the house for lunch because I don't need gas that badly. I'm more than half a tank, so probably meet up with everybody else at the restaurant once they're done filling up. I dropped off the highway because my campground was right there. Met up the next day in Globe at the OHV park, and I drove the rest of the way down to Tucson, and I'll pick that back up once I finish figuring out what the hell I'm going to do here to get this door to work. All right, Thursday update. We are in Tucson, 2,250 miles down. Just rolled into the truck stop lunch, and now we're on to the track to get checked in, get our wristbands, maybe set up camp. This should be great. Just want to get this off and get to the door latch and find out why it's not opening from the outside. Anyway, yeah, just started camping there. Was going to camp in the campgrounds, and then Big Mike said, hey, come pull your truck over in front of the prison bus. We're letting everybody just hang out here in the pits with the rest of the guys, because if you're here with property tour, you're part of the pit crew. So drove my truck over with the tent up in the back, camped in front of the bus. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Watched a couple burnouts, watched pretty much as much drag racing as I could, and just had a great time. Didn't take a whole lot of pictures, took a whole lot of video though, so that's probably what you're about to see now, is a whole bunch of drag racing. And I'll probably pick up with you once I figure out how to get this out of here, or get this rod reattached. Hopefully it's not broken off of the door latch, so I can open it from the outside again. So my kid can pick up passengers, apparently. I don't know. I was like, use the back seat. You're an Uber driver now. Just roll this thing forward. Limo seat, taxi seat, police car. Just throw everybody in the back. But they want this to work, so that's what I'm doing today. fast though in the mountains. Not so much on the drag strip.
332 reaction in that left lane in the right lane at 930.
Oh god, my truck would not get off the line in time, and then it would get passed so fast. My truck would explode.
Get him, K10.
Gonna be pushing down a little bit. Pushing back to probably about 640. Another 5 or 10 minutes. Seems to have been on a little traffic jam.
Oh, man.
39. Big old diesel cloud. Gonna be at 0.833 and a 0.638. And the left and right lane reaction. At that 8 mile, 10.4 at 67 and 12.3 at 65. At that quarter, going to be a 16.2 at 84 and an 18. 3278, the left lane, the right lane, 3428. 799 and a 455 reaction. At that 3.7. And then 2.6. At the 8 mile, 12.2 at 66, and in the right lane, 11.4 at 67. Gonna hit that 8 mile, 8.3 at 82, and 10.0 at 74. At that quarter mile, 13.1 at 102 and 15 now.
There you go.
2.85 second reaction time. 1.8 at 60 foot. Gonna hit that 8 mile, 8 seconds, 90 miles an hour, and that quarter, 12.2, 115. And tonight I was coming to this event for a 240 and a 327 are the reactions of the line. That's 60 foot and 30 and 30, 3049 and 3006. At that 8 mile, gonna pop up as a 12.3 and a 12.8 at 57 and 55 in the left and right lanes. And that quarter mile, that van, gonna do 19.2 at 71, and that truck 19.9 at 67 in the right lane. Keep in the left lane, 3057, side number 8. I've got 19 at the 8, 72 out 102 in the left lane, and 72 out 103 in the right. Gonna get it 11.0 and 129 in the left lane. Now right lane 130 miles an hour. Gonna get 10.9. In the right, going to be 825 and that's 20 at the 60 foot, that 8 mile, 11.2 at 62 in the left lane, 88 at 81 in the right. Going to hit that quarter, 17.5 at 77 in the left, and 13.7 at 100.
Andrew's on the limiter before the other guys even stage. What are you thinking? Come on. And that's what it looks like when you get freight trained by an LS motor and a postal jeep. Bam, 1337, 105 miles an hour. And the XJ, going to be running into the night here too. Okay, he goes way deep with the Kia. And he gets absolutely spanked by the Dobson 520. The 520 is running over in the right-hand side of the lane for some reason. And yes, he goes 17 strokes going for the brutal double ball. Oh man, it's the Skylark. Pretty good leads on both sides. I think the Monaco is going to take care of Doc's business right here. Let's see, can the 472 Cadillac get there?
No way.
Sold to this guy for $800, and there's a YouTube channel that cut it into a ranchero. And how humiliating is it to get
Where am I?
to have to by a van? No, you don't just run past the van. And bam, hideous thing, 1936. There's nothing on the back. Heard him grab that last one.
Hey.
1680. Small block Chevy in the barbecue. This is not quick enough to require window net except for the fact that it has no glass. Barbecue, the 1287, 1 out of 4. My personal favorite. And as we know, we do all of this just for my entertainment. There goes 440 Jeep guy, 1332, 100 miles an hour, and the Monaco, I really hope he's enjoying the ride. The lap of luxury. They're like a cable pulled over. And you've got 440 guy in the far side. So is it going to be LS guy or 440 guy? All the way down the track. Boom, 440 guys going to come back. 1323, 100 miles an hour. Excellent racer stand back. Going to go to the opposite lane for the 940 for the convertible.
We're fixing it with duct tape. The little plastic clip that holds the rod in place is broken. I'm pretty sure I had this issue with the back door, that they don't sell that clip or it's discontinued, and I had some spare ones laying around, but they don't fit the door. So I think they're off to the left side or something. I don't remember. It's getting fixed with duct tape. So, after all the drag racing was done, kind of hung out. Just was kind of tired. I just kind of went to bed pretty late and woke up early the next morning and just got ready to hit the road. Well, it's over. Headed back to Wisconsin, stopping halfway, probably somewhere in Kansas for the night. Just heading east through Arizona right now. On my way home. It was a great time. Can't wait to do it again. Big Mike and I drove together out of Tucson. We stopped at a gas station, and that was in Deming, New Mexico. We kind of split our ways. He went north, I kept going out east. Drove across New Mexico. Well, out of it, was it Deming? Yeah, Deming, New Mexico, Deming, Arizona, one of the two. Ended up going across the White Sands Desert, past White Sands missile test site, White Sands National Park. So I think that was either Arizona or Mexico. I don't know. It's been a long week. I'm recording this while I'm trying to fix this door, which I think I did with tape. But yeah, up through New Mexico, back through Texas, through Oklahoma for a little bit, and then ended up in Kansas for the night. Stayed there at a small town, little camp, not camp, little park that had a campsite in it. Got a few hours of sleep, hit the road the next morning, started my trek back to Wisconsin. Where's this rod at? I forgot how I had my hand in here. There it is. Is that gonna hold? Will duct tape hold that clip onto the rod? I think so. Seems pretty strong. I mean, it's actual, duct tape. For crying out loud. I'll pull these bolts back in that I took out for no reason. Well, it's the last day on the road. I got the Poverty Tour sticker shadow on my face. Rolling across Kansas. Gonna stop at a truck stop, get a sticker, and head on back to Wisconsin. Should be there by 10 or 11 tonight. Gotta drive all day to get there. But that's it. We're all done. I'll catch up with you when we're home. This drove up through Iowa, then into Illinois, and finally into Wisconsin. Made it home just about 10 o'clock, which was nice because it's been a long day, it's been a long week. I was glad the driving part was over on the way home. But yeah, I had a blast, so I was kind of missing being there at the track. That didn't sound right. Oh well. Was that all of them? Sure. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be. Should probably check it one more time to make sure. Sure, it's all working. So anyway, New Mexico. Definitely going back there. When I'm rich and famous someday, I might even buy a winter home there. Because that time of year, I mean, October, it's like 50 something out right now here in Wisconsin, but it was like mid 60s, sometimes 70s. No humidity, high desert stuff apparently. Just beautiful. My arthritis felt better that whole week. Didn't have any of my allergy issues that I usually have this time of year. It's funny because on the way back I just gotten into Iowa and I had a massive sneeze. I was like, man, I can't remember sneezing at all this week. I've been feeling fine, so who knows? I'll have to go back there someday. Just plan a trip, maybe even bring the family this time. Window switch. Oh, this thing fits like crap. Buy a junky old Chrysler, they said. It'll be fun, they said. That seems alright. Alright, let's see if the door opens from the outside. that's fixed. Calling it done. So, yeah, that's been my little recap video of all the things I did and saw and seen on this trip. I been building my Trans Am in there for things like this, things like power tour, just, you know, long drives, rallies. And this is the first time I got to actually do one, and I had my truck, so it was ready to go. The Trans Am's not ready, but now that I, you know, experienced all this and definitely want to do it again, I'm going to cut as many corners as I can as possible on the Trans Am and just get it done. Like David Freiberger says, don't get it right, just get it running. And I mean, it needs a few things, which we'll go over real quickly as soon as I put all this crap away that I made a mess with. That goes in there. Something like that. Sure. Should I put the garbage back in the door, or should I throw it away? I'll throw it away. I'll be nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the garage in like 3 seconds. So the garage is a bit of a mess right now because I haven't really unpacked from a trip, but this is what I was supposed to take, and probably will be taking next year. Just got to get it done. It doesn't need much. Started taking the fuel tank apart. I got to drill a nice big hole in it for the EFI pump. I'm going to try and run a stock GM pump in it. There's kits you can buy for that. I got the fuel lines all laid out. Kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do just to at least get it running. And it just needs little things like brake booster, power steering, drive shaft, exhaust. I need to put the interior back together. Right now it's kind of a mess because I was trying to get the wipers to work with the newer GM column. It's a whole story, but I mean, it's not that far off. I mean, it's on all fours, just temporary wheels right now. Suspension's all done. Brake lines are run. I just need to install the master, which is going to be on a hydro boost because that's what was on the power steering pump that is on that engine that came out of my truck. That's the plan for next year. Just need to get it all put together, and it'll be my winter project again. I've only had this thing for 13, 14 years, something like that. It's been working on it over time, gathering parts, and yeah, it just needs to go back together. It's you know, not that far off, I guess. Just a matter of just plugging things in and running lines, and we'll see. Shouldn't take more than a few months' time. Maybe I'll have it ready by spring.